Hey guys, in this video we'll talk about the Body Punch tutorial. So this is actually employee time clock software and I'll show you a demo and review of this particular software. So if you're spending hours each week reviewing timesheets, calculating overtime, and dealing with payroll errors, you're not alone. Managing employee time manually can be a huge strain on your resources. And that's where our Body Punch came in. So Body Punch is actually an easy to use online time clock and workforce management platform designed to simplify your payroll, save you money, and help your business succeed. So if you're having some troubles with eliminating manual calculation and tracking employee locations in real time and seamlessly integrating with your existing payroll software, then Body Punch can help you with all of those worries that I have actually listed. So first things first, let's head over to their website. You can go to bodypunch.com. Now, once you're there, you can head over and enter in here an email to start a free trial, or you can also click onto the Stripe for free option. So from in there, you can enter your first name, your last name, your email, your password, and then agree to their terms and condition and click onto this create account. So I have in here what this looks like. So you can either create a new organization or join an account of your employer. So since we are actually the employer in this case, let's create a new organization. And now in here, it will actually load and then just wait for this to finish loading and then we can actually set it up already. Now once in here, you can just enter in here your company name. So for example, right here, let's enter in here our name and then what kind of business. So for example, let's choose creative and design and then choose in here a time zone that you want. So for this one, I'll head over and then just choose the CST and just choosing here how many people works there. I'll choose 6 to 10 and then click on to this next step. Once we have done that, this will load in order to proceed to the pay period. So you can enter in here your pay currency. So for example, you can pay your employees weekly, bi-weekly, semi-monthly, or monthly. For this case, I'll choose in here monthly and then enter in here the current pay period. Let's choose March 1. And then in here, you can answer how do you hear about them? And then what is your job role? So for this one, let's choose in here owner and then click onto this next step option. Once you have done that, this will actually load in order to proceed to us to this one. So you can have in here the option on how your employees will punch in. So for example, for this, let's head over and choose in here this QR codes or you can also use username and password option. And what type of devices will your employees be using to punch? For this one, let's use desktop and laptop and then click onto this next. After we have done that, this will load and we should be able to show in here this. So in here, you just need to add in here the actual details of your employee. So input right here a username for them. I'll head over and input right here the credentials of my employee. So I have made them in here their credentials and click onto this add employee option. Now in here, it will proceed to the next step and you can head over and add more employees later. So I have actually added one earlier and let's add another one right now. Now we have this, click onto this add employee right here and now we're to the last step of the actual setup progress. Now we already have in here this employees, click onto this next step and then from in there it should be able to show you in here this. So you can put in here what features are you most interested in working. So for this one, let's choose in here the punch time clock, the scheduling, as well as the time off. So I don't really like the GPS one, so I'll just choose in here this tree. You can see in here that we also have some options as well. And in here, just click on this finish option. Now, once we have done that, we can see in here this. So they also have a tutorial about this one, but we don't need it anymore since it will actually help us already. Now this is our dashboard. So it actually gives you a welcome note and we have in here our actual dashboard. We have today's schedule, the punch in, as well as in here the punch out, pending approval, and the likes. So as you can see, we have in here this employee and they're actually punched out right now. So they can actually open a new tab and you can punch them themselves. So they can punch themselves or you can also punch them in if they're having some troubles. So for example, you can click on punch employees in and then after that click onto this punch in And then you can select in here the employees that you want to punch in and then click onto this next. And then you can enter in here select time or date, or you can punch them in now. You can input right here a shift option and click on the save and add punches. And in here, let's close this. And it should be able to reflect onto your dashboard. So as you can see, we have now one employee that's patched in, and we also have in here one that is punched out. So that's all there is today onto the dashboard. Let's head over to the time cards itself. So you can put in here the view all as well as time of calendar. So when you head over to the time of calendar, you can see in here which part of the calendar or those employees have time off. So for example, let's give some time off on Saturday and choosing here time off time. So for example, choosing here personal time and 40 hours, let's put 16 and let's choose in here a note and then add in here a time off for that selected employee. After that, click onto the save and they should be able to have time off based on that particular calendar. So we have in here this front for this person. So they have paid time off and it's actually really easy to just add that in here. You can approve them or deny them as well. Now let's head over right here to the schedule. So onto the schedule, you can see that we have in here some open shifts. And the two employees that we have is actually scheduled for 0 hours. So for that, let's head over and then edit that out. So you can just see that right here. In order to edit that, you can head over and then go to the employees tab. And we have in here this. So what we can do is you can just head over and then click onto them right there. Now let's head back to the schedule. You can either click on a particular day. For example, let's add in here today. And then let's schedule in here Marie Curie and let's schedule them from 8 to 5. So you can click onto this add shift option and it should be able to be reflected onto that particular part. So as you can see, they've been scheduled for 9 hours. And let's also schedule Albert Einstein for Wednesday, which is the next day. So let's schedule them right here. Now click on this add shift. You can schedule two people on the same shift as well if you would want. Now we have in here this, they have scheduled option. So for example, let's continue adding them until they fill. So now they've already added. So as you can see, we have unscheduled right here. So what you can do is we can click on the publish 6 shifts and then click onto this publish and send. Then once you have done that, it should be able to be published and it should be able to be added onto the scheduled part. So as you can see, this person is scheduled for 36 hours while this one is for 18 hours right here. So from in there, you can also go over to right here to your employees and you can click onto this view option and any employees that you have. So in here, you can edit their actual profile. You can assign them a manager. You can show them in here some permission to edit as well as requires approval for time off, GPS punch, managers assigned, location, department codes, and you can see in here all of the time off that they have for this. They also have blackout dates and time off accrual rules, device locks, geofences, IP address, alerts and reminder, and we can also see in here the pay rates. So you can click onto this add new rate here, so you can input right here their pay. So for example, for regular, they actually is getting paid for around 20, and for the OT they have 30, and for this one they have 40. So click onto the save option right here and we should be able to have in here this rate for this particular person. So they can actually show in here how much they accumulate for a specific schedule that they actually accrued. So in here, you can go over to your reports and you can see all of the reports for your hours reported by, hour summary, daily hours, in and out, PTO, time card, payroll export, scheduling, and all of the things that you can see right here. So for example, let's go over right here to the hours summary and you should be able to input right here the summary based on the start date as well as the end date. Click on submit and you should be able to see in here a report for that as well as the estimated pay for that particular time that they actually rendered. So if you're interested to learn more, you can start a 14 days free trial with Body Punch by going over to their website, which is bodypunch.com. So I hope this video actually helped you determine how good Body Punch is and how great it will be if added or integrated into your business. If you have any questions, you can comment them down below and we'll try our best to answer them. Thank you so much for watching.